The following is a production of the Department of Broadcasting and Journalism at Western Illinois University.
Coming up, more on the woman found dead last week on Macomb's northwest side. And a new Illinois bill surrounding tobacco purchasing age will take effect later this year. What the bill entails coming up. Plus, after the layoffs at WIU, a certain department might see some changes in the future. The News at 4 starts right now.
Live from Salee Hall in high definition. News 3 starts now.
And thanks for joining us today at 4. I'm Andrew. While Devin has the afternoon off, Macomb police say a woman's death on Friday is being ruled as self-inflicted after an autopsy and an investigation. Officers were dispatched to a home near Chandler Boulevard and Murray Street just before 9 Friday morning. Police say a neighbor reported to the owner of the home that a woman was seen walking on the property the night before. After the owner requested that police search the home, a 24-year-old woman was found dead inside. Police say no forced entry was found at the home and no foul play is suspected. And the McDonough County Sheriff's Office says a juvenile has been arrested in connection to a threat made to Bushnell Prairie City High School on Sunday. Police took a 15-year-old female into custody early Monday morning after a threat was made on social media indicating an incident would occur involving a firearm at the school. Further investigation proved the juvenile did not have access to a firearm. The juvenile is charged with felony disorderly conduct and is being held at the Mary Davis home in Galesburg pending a juvenile detention hearing. And Governor J.B. Pritzker signed a bill on Sunday requiring residents to be 21 years of age to purchase tobacco and vaping product, including cigarettes, chewing tobacco, e-cigarettes, and vapes.
This is about the health of our youth and the longevity of our citizens. And if there are young people who will travel over state lines to buy tobacco products because they can legally buy them there, then I urge the surrounding states to pass Tobacco 21 too.
Illinois is the 8th state to pass such a bill. The law goes into effect July 1st. As construction season begins, Governor Pritzker declared this week Work Zone Safety Awareness Week in Illinois. The theme for this year, Drive Like You Work Here, reminds drivers that they must slow down and avoid distractions when driving through construction. On average, more than 5,300 motor vehicle crashes occur in Illinois work zones every year, resulting in 1,500 injuries. In 2018, 18 people, including one worker, died in work zones. Drivers are reminded to put their cell phones down, slow down, and watch for slow and stop traffic. The campaign is also aimed at reminding drivers to slow down and move over for emergency vehicles after a spike in Illinois state troopers being struck. 3 ISP troopers have died this year alone in traffic-related incidents. And another mild day across western Illinois with temperatures in the 60s and 70s. Storm Team 3's Jared Streeter now joins us. Jared, this weather has been fantastic and just absolutely gorgeous.
Yep. Thank you, Andrew. Absolutely. It was a beautiful walk up to the studio today. 69 degrees, not a cloud in sight. Winds picking up a little bit, about 13 miles an hour coming out of the northwest. As you see, again, here's our radar. Not a thing going on. No precipitation. There is a little bit starting to head over here, but we'll get to that later in the forecast. Also, those temperatures may not seem as mild as we start to head later on into this week, as well as some potential for some severe weather. Back to you, Andrew.
All right, Jared, thank you. The Mississippi River in the Quad Cities crested Monday afternoon in major flood stage at Lock and Dam 15 in Rock Island. The river crested at 20.68 feet, just 2 feet below record flooding. And at Lock and Dam 14 in LeClaire, the river crested at 15.14 feet, nearly 2.5 feet below record flooding. The river is expected to remain in major flood stage at Rock Island for at least the next week, and heavy rains and snow expected to the north later this week may slow the falling of rivers. And layoffs at WIU have left the school's biology department without a crucial employee. The botany greenhouse at Western does not have a full-time manager to take care of its plants. Students utilize the greenhouse to study a variety of flowers, trees, succulents, and even conduct research. Former greenhouse manager Jeff Hillier says it's important to properly care for the greenhouse and the plants within.
You know, it's a diverse group of plants. It's a tremendous collection of plants that you wouldn't find anywhere close to this place. You'd have to travel to Chicago or St. Louis to see the diversity that's contained within that small little greenhouse.
Hillier says that without proper maintenance, the plants in the greenhouse are at risk of dying. The botany greenhouse will continue to be open to the public for viewing. Spring brings a lovely variety of plant life, but things that are beautiful can also be very dangerous for your pets. These are just a few plants that can cause harm to your pets. Tulips, crocuses, lilies, and daffodils are among the ones to look out for. Consumption or sometimes contact with certain plants can result in a variety of symptoms for your pets. Lilies are especially dangerous for cats. Signs to look for are drooling, vomiting, and diarrhea, among other things. For a complete list of the poisonous plants and the symptoms they cause, go to petpoisonhelpline.com. And coming up on the news at 4, members of our crew are living it up in Las Vegas. They're out there for the country's largest media and technology show. Find out what new technology is at the National Association of Broadcasters Convention just after the break.
National Broadcasting Society helps the future of broadcasting get the tools needed to succeed in an ever-growing media world. At Western Illinois University, the professional connections students bring to our chapter of NBS have opened doors to networking possibilities that students otherwise wouldn't have. The opportunities we are given as students at WIU allow us to make connections today for success tomorrow.
They gave me Vicodin after my knee surgery. They kept prescribing it, so I kept taking it. I didn't know it would be this addictive. I didn't know how far I'd go to get more.
Opioid dependence can happen after just 5 days. Know the truth, spread the truth.
Start a story. Adopt at theshelterpetproject.org.
I chose Western Illinois University because I could get involved right away. You're going to gain experience. I'm going to be able to just become successful right out the gate. I'll be a news reporter and eventually become a news anchor one day. I've always felt that as a strong speaker, I could be a voice for the voiceless, but as long as I continue to believe in myself, work hard, and show that I want to put my best foot forward, I think that anything is possible.
Live from Salee Hall in high definition. Live at 4 continues.
More than 100,000 people have converged upon Las Vegas this week for a huge media, technology, and entertainment show. News 3's Devin Brooks is there to show us what innovations are making waves.
Andrew, yeah, we are here at the NAB show in Las Vegas, where professionals in the broadcast industry from around the world are here to see the latest technology on display for the future.
Show, it's the technology here is it's really something.
There's always something new and inventive happening, and it's nice to, see what's happening, what else is out there, what can make our company a little bit better and successful.
So that's a look at some of what the NAB show has to offer. There are more than 1,700 exhibits, and they will be back next April. I'll be driving back to you, Andrew. See you on Thursday. Reporting for News 3, I'm Devin Brooks in Las Vegas.
The lucky dog. Looks like Devin is bringing home a mobile newsroom there for us, and I think we'd probably take that helicopter too. Safe trip to those coming back from Las Vegas later in the week. The Career Development Center is hosting open workshops to help employees navigate difficult discussions in the workplace. The new Leathernecks in the Workplace series launched last week. News 3's Adam Filipiak has more.
The Leathernecks in the Workplace workshops were created to identify different traditionally marginalized identities and, more specifically, how they can navigate the workplace.
They may face certain challenges that other people may typically not if they do not have marginalized identity.
Jamie Maddox, a grad student in the Career Development Center, started the series of workshops because she noticed that a lot of the subpopulation's needs were not being addressed in their career development.
In the job search and in the workplace, a lot of students can be marginalized and discriminated against. We're addressing needs of our students in terms of their career development.
The first of the series focused on how someone with an invisible disability, such as hearing loss, PTSD, and dyslexia, can inform employers in the most effective way possible. Ryan Derensberg, a grad student in the Disability Resource Center, says that having a disability is not a hindrance, but a superpower.
What we think about is when people are coming into the employment environment, they're also bringing their experience and how they've worked through the barriers that have brought them to that point in life. And so that brings a talent, it brings a way of thinking about problems and opportunities in the work environment that'll be unique to that team member.
The other workshops in the series deal with women's identities and the gender pay gap, when and how to disclose your identity to an employer as a member of the LGBTQA community, how to get your foot in the door as a first-generation student, and how to transition from college life to career life in the Latinx community. For News 3, I'm Adam Filipiak.
Adam, thank you. The Women's Identities and Gender Pay Gap workshop will be held tonight at 5:30 in the Multicultural Center. The other workshops in the Leathernecks in the Workplace series are listed on your screen now. If you are unable to make it or miss the workshop you wanted to attend, you are encouraged to schedule an appointment with the Career Development Center. We had another day of mild temperatures across western Illinois, but sadly it's all about to end. News 3's Jared Streeter has more on some heavy rain headed our way next.
Thursday's National Pet Day, and we want to see your photos. Share them with us on our social media platforms, and they may be featured on News 3 Thursday at 4.
On Tuesday, November 6th, our state will be making some important decisions.
You might think it's not important,
or your vote doesn't matter.
But that's not true.
If you don't know how
or where to register, visit vote.gov.
Make your voice heard.
Create your success at Western Illinois University. Automatic scholarships and affordable education and more are all yours at Western Illinois University. Apply today at wiu.edu.
Leah, did you put a new dent in that?
This one? No.
Were you texting and driving again?
Yes.
Hi, Leah.
Hi, Dad.
Sorry about your bumper.
I want to be able to stand in front of the camera and tell people the story of what the weather's going to be like that day, or be able to tell people, hey, there's something coming your way, you need to take cover, you need to watch out. And being able to stand in front of a camera and tell not only the people who are directly involved, but their family members as well, like, this is what's going on. It's been very important to me because, you know, being in those situations where you are relying on the news to tell you what's going on. I like to be a part of that and helping people with that.
Welcome back, Macomb, and again, we'll re-emphasize how beautiful it is outside currently. 69 degrees, dew point relatively low at 33 degrees, humidity also relatively low at 27%. Winds are again starting to pick up at northwest at 13 miles an hour. Average high this time of year about 61, which, as everyone can tell, we're well above that. Average low this time of year about 38. Record high 84, which parts of the area are getting close to that mid to high 70s. Right now, again, not much going on the radar, no precipitation in our area. However, you do start to see parts of Iowa starting to see some of the precipitation that we could start to see heading into tomorrow. Looking at the infrared, we do not see anything over our area. Again, clear skies, but again, you see these clouds starting to move into our area as we head into the later hours of tonight. Here is the current surface map of the system that we could start to see moving into our area for Wednesday and Thursday. This low pressure system is going to start to move its way up here towards Illinois, and you can see the colder temperatures, which unfortunately for our Iowa neighbors, they're going to see some snow. For us, we are going to see some potential for the severe storms, my apologies, in our area. As you can see right here to my right, this is the Wednesday outlook for severe storms. Right now, just over Macomb, we are seeing just the thunderstorms. And I'm going to walk over here and point out this side, which is we're going to see a little bit more of the severe side of things, just a little bit to our east, which could mean that this could spread out and this could affect us a little bit more as we head into Thursday. It is subject to change for us to get a little bit more, but we are going to expect a lot of rain as we head into the next few days. Looking at our current temperatures, again, 69 degrees here in Macomb. Beardstown 70 degrees, Quincy 71 degrees. Beautiful temperatures all the way around. For tonight, 43 degrees in Macomb, Beardstown 46, Burlington seeing a little bit of cooler temperatures as well as Macomb, 44 degrees up there. Looking at tomorrow's high, Macomb, we are going to see 61 degrees, Keokuk 65, Burlington up there 58, Quincy 73. There's a big change here. We're going to head into tomorrow night. Macomb, 50 degrees tomorrow night. Beardstown, 56 degrees. Springfield, 57. Looking at tonight, we're going to see a low of 43 degrees in winds northeast at 14 miles an hour. Tomorrow, again, highs 61 degrees, very cloudy and very windy tomorrow, east 23 miles an hour. 5-day forecast, we're going to see Wednesday 68 degrees. Thursday, there's that potential for severe weather, 69 degrees. Friday, 48. Saturday, 53 degrees. Sunday, we're going to see a chance of rain again. And just overall beautiful temperatures. We are going to see that drop again, the drop in temperatures as we head into the weekend. On Friday, you see a high of 48. And then Saturday, a little bit up, and then back down on Sunday with that high of 46.
Well, I think we will gladly take the temperatures that we have had.
Absolutely.
Been gorgeous. Too bad about this rain, though, because there are a lot of folks still dealing with that flooding that we mentioned earlier. So,
and that's going to come into effect and affect
slow those falling rivers down quite a bit. Mm-hmm. So we'll take it.
Yep.
Thank you, Jared.
No
Keep that snow
all.
To the north, though.
They can have it.
Well, yeah, right. What do you have for us this evening?
Coming up next in sports, find out what clubs scrummed up some money and sled past their goals ahead.
I started to think about doing broadcasting my freshman year. I started calling some football games for the freshman football team. My high school didn't really have a broadcasting program like some do, and so a lot of my stuff was just PA for different sports, for basketball, for volleyball. And my mom signed me up for a visit to come to Western on a Discover Western Day. And I walked through the doors of the rec center, and Buzz Hoon shook my hand and said, "Zach Stone, I've seen all your footage, I know who you are, and you belong here." And that's what really makes WIU feel like home.
Disaster tips from the objects left behind.
My home wasn't insured, but you can check your insurance policy now to make sure you're covered. Oh.
My savings are lost, but you can put money aside and plan for unexpected disaster costs.
We're lost forever, but you can scan important documents now so they survive.
For more tips on how to prepare, visit ready.gov.
The first time I met Morris, the door flew open and I got this larger-than-life personality talking at the top of his lungs.
Hey, how you doing today?
Oh man, oh, I totally forgot. Hold on, let me get this for you. Oh, just had a magnetic energy. So I thought, all right, we're definitely gonna be friends.
Drop off a warm meal and get more than you expect. Volunteer at americaletsdolunch.org.
America, let's do lunch!
Why I love to do sports anchoring? Because, I mean, it's talking about sports. I decided to come to Western because I wanted an experience that wasn't like some other schools. I did color commentary for one volleyball game. I was terrified. I never did any broadcasting in high school, but when I was talking, it was all, you know, staggered, and I had no idea what I was saying, and now I've done so many different games as a color commentator, play-by-play, now sports anchor. Every show and every game, it gets easier and easier, and I get more comfortable doing it.
The Western Illinois baseball team had a 3-game series against Oral Roberts this weekend and made history within the Summit League. The Leathernecks were able to capture the first 2 games by winning 7-3 and 8-5 respectively, and needed just one more to give Oral Roberts their first ever Summit League sweep. It was a beautiful day for baseball at Alfred D. Boyer Stadium as things got off right away for the Leathernecks. Kevin Racebeck, just over the shortstop's head into left field, gets the base hit to get it going for Western Illinois. Right up next, Drew Galassi, an absolute missile over the right field wall to bring home a 2-run home run. He also brought home Player of the Week within the Summit League. Walking the next 2 batters, the ride continued for Western Illinois. Schaefer singled into left and brought home Montgomery off the error. Montgomery, you see there, bad defensive play for the Golden Eagles all weekend at Alfred D. Boyer Stadium. Tide continued. Steve McShane hits a dribbler up to the shortstop. He bowls it and brings home another run for Western Illinois. Thompson up next, continuing his dominance. Steve McShane stealing second base. And the last hit of the inning, Thompson hits one to the third baseman. They score another run and is safe at first off the error. Western Illinois would score 5 runs that inning and win the game 11-7. The purple and gold were able to come out victorious and give the Golden Eagles their first ever sweep in Summit League play. And right now, the Leathernecks are playing Bradley and are down 2-0 in the bottom of the first inning. The women's softball team was in action over the weekend as well. They traveled to Brookings, South Dakota to take on the Jackrabbits. The Leathernecks lost only one matchup with SDSU, losing 7-2, but answered right back by winning 2 games in the series. Emily Ira was magnificent both on the mound and in the batter's box. In Game 2 of the series, she went 2 for 3 while knocking in 3 RBIs and getting the W on the mound. The Leathernecks' next game will be this Saturday against the University of Illinois at Chicago in Chicago, Illinois. The Macomb High track team hosted their annual track and field meet over the weekend. The event consisted of multiple events for schools to compete in, but the big winner of the day were the Macomb Bombers. Macomb's Maya Stovall won the girls' 3,200 meter with a time of 12:47.39, and Destiny Reed won the girls' 400 meter dash with a time of 59:28. The Macomb Bombers girls won the 4x400 relay with a time of 4 minutes, 12 seconds, 0.8 milliseconds, and boys 4x400 relay with a time of 3 minutes, 37 seconds, and 89 milliseconds. However, Farmington's Sarah Litchfield won the girls' pole vault, and Monmouth Roseville's Janoy Skinner won the boys' 110-meter hurdle, the boys' long jump, and the boys' triple jump. Congratulations to all the winners from the weekend. Western Illinois is home to over 19 club teams. One of those teams has been gaining popularity over the years. News 3's Evan Williamson has more.
Western Illinois' women's rugby team is a club team that has grown over the past few years, and current players have fallen in love with the sport.
They were all like, hey, you know, have you ever played a sport or anything? That's how they got my attention. And I was like, yeah, and then they were like, you won't regret it. And I haven't.
In my first match, got destroyed like 60-0, but I loved it.
As their numbers grow, the team thought it was time to improve their equipment.
Our old scrum sled was in really, really bad condition. It was falling apart, and we couldn't actually use it because it was deemed a safety hazard.
But out during summer and winter, so it started rusting over. The critters from the woods started taking over.
The university was great and actually chipped in, gave us $1,800 for it. So we just needed to raise the other half, and Kat went and organized a GoFundMe campaign that was really, really successful. And we were having people, you know, not even affiliated with WIU in any way, just who love rugby, who were, you know, donating $20, $30 here and there.
For all like the family members and everybody who donated, like we're very grateful for it. So yeah, and then Ryan also gave us a good offer for it, or like a good deal. So we really appreciate that as well.
Kat has more plans to help the rugby team.
Getting new jerseys for the team also. So it's just about time we like actually get new equipment, and like honestly they deserve it. I feel so happy to be on this team.
For News 3, I'm Evan Williamson.
WIU's next game will be at home against the University of Minnesota on April 20th. Well, that's sports. Final word is right around the corner.
I learned broadcasting for 3 years in high school, so towards my senior year, I was pretty much invested in wanting to pursue a career. And I do enjoy it now, but I'm searching for a way to make sure that it's something that I want to pursue after college. That way, I'll be able to wake up every day and say, this is something I want to do, this is something that I love, this is something that I can teach, I can spread, I can affect people with.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
I was living in a shelter, juggling 3 jobs. I had to be resilient. That's something that you can't teach.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies. Selfie, nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
The WIU community will try to stuff the bus tomorrow in an effort to help families in the area. The food drive takes place tomorrow, starting at 8 in the morning and ending at 8 p.m. Last year, it raised more than $1,000 and collected more than 3,000 non-perishable food items. If you would like to donate, collection locations across town are at Hy-Vee, Walmart, and the Jackson Street Market. If you're on campus, you can drop off items at Sherman Circle or Corbin, Olson, and Thompson dining centers. Good collect for those that don't have a lot.
I actually did that event last year, and it was amazing to see the actual turnout of it. So.
And the support from the community.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the weather might keep folks away tomorrow.
Yeah, unfortunately, as we look at Wednesday, 68 degrees. The temperature seems nice.
Temperature's not bad.
Temperature's not bad, but it is going to be very windy. We're going to start to see that rain start to head in our area, and then the severe weather potential on Thursday with the high of 69 and low of 37. So.
Well, we will be following those storms on our social media platforms as well as our website. And Jared and Molly will obviously have the latest on Thursday at 4 in the event that those storms become strong to severe.
Absolutely.
Well, that's all the time we have for you this evening, and we thank you so much for joining us. Devin and Ryan will be right back here on Thursday. Good night.